is really where the brand started here at QVC. And if you own one, give us a call on our testimonial line, 1-800-395-1601. This is an opportunity, like we say it in fashion, it's like a twin set. Same idea here, and a great piece of accessories. It's $46.42, but what you're getting is the Divine Blessing bracelet that you see right here with the protection bracelet as well. It's 3 easy payments of $15.47. And if you guys have taught us anything with your customer reviews, or again, with this silent sisterhood that we have united with all across the world with My Saint, My Hero, it's that you have more than one set of these. And we have great colors for you to come back to consider, given that 105,000 have been spoken for. So we'll start right here. This is going to be your cream and silver. Then we have your cream and gold. Black and gold, black and silver. Then we have it for you in the fuchsia gold, and then navy gold and navy silver. If you want the fuchsia gold, that's extremely limited, just a few dozen remaining. It's J329947. These were based off of 2 of your best-selling bracelets that you put together. But what is the story behind both of these?
Oh, I love to share this with you, and I'm so, so grateful to be able to do this. Like what you said, over 100,000 of you have these on. What a community of prayer and of hope. And I was in the airplane and I met Yvette, and she had a stack, every different color on. And we both kind of bonded because I was wearing it and she was wearing it. And she said, this one is for my daughter. I gave her one. And this one, I wear this for my son. And I wear this one for all of you that are wearing it. She said, I wear it for every one of my QVC sisters. And I loved that because that's what's happening. There is a village across the world that's making these for you. They are all hand woven with love and prayer in that small pilgrimage town in Medjugorje. So as they are weaving, this is the town that you're seeing.
But this is in Bosnia.
Yes, in Bosnia-Herzegovina. And see how they're praying. Every single one of them, when they're making this bracelet just for you, they are weaving with love and prayer. And this is a village that has been war-torn. And how did they raise above that chaos and that war? Was through love and prayer. They came together, remembered that they were a community. That there's a saying that Mother Teresa says, if you ever lack peace, it's because you forget that we belong to one another. And in this village, they remember that we belong to one another. And they are praying for you. They're praying for every single one of you that are wearing this bracelet. They're all hand done. They're made with Swarovski pearls. And I love the Swarovski pearl because it has a crystal inside. So it's a reminder that you have that beautiful light within you. And sometimes it gets a little clouded with some layers.
Sure.
But it's just a tangible reminder that you are light, that you are love, and that you're connected to this whole community. It takes a village. We always hear that, right? We always hear it takes a village. There's a village there that's praying for you, and there's a village right here.
And you know, if you've ever had the opportunity to travel the world, I always think it's so interesting because while before you get there, things seem so foreign, but once you're there, we all have the same exact things in common. You know, the same wonderful ideals, the same hopes, and the same dreams of positive interaction, of positive uplifting qualities. And yet this again, with this incredible rope detail, the Swarovski pearls, the pendants that you see there, the Benedictine metal design, this is your time. That if by feeling that when you purchased your first one, you couldn't tell what it was, you couldn't put your finger on it, but there was a moment that you just felt a little bit better. Maybe the day seemed a little bit brighter. Maybe the day seemed a little bit shorter. Maybe you got to spend more time with your loved ones. But I encourage you, come back for that second one, because these are the types of things that, regardless of your religion, regardless of your point of view, I remember, I don't know if you remember this or not, but I met you in the QVC studio store 2 years ago, and I was having a little bit of a tough day because my father-in-law, we had not been able to, he's had cancer 3 times, and we had not been able to find a match for him. And so he submitted, you know, all of his work, and that day that I met you in the studio store, I got in my car, you wrapped this bracelet around me, prayed for me. My husband had called me 4 times saying that he had heard from his dad that he had 2 10 out of 10 matches. We just, like, January 7th was his birthday from his 29-year-old donor, which was amazing. So we're like, you're 1 year old.
Yeah.
And I just always remember that day because I just felt so sad. And at the happiest time of year, I thought, like, where's the light at the end of the tunnel? And meeting Amy and having that happen, it was one of the best correlations ever. And whether you believe in faith or whether you don't, I believe in divine interaction. And I believe that the universe puts people, even if for mere moments, in your life for a reason. And I encourage you that if you know somebody, like Amy did for me, unknowingly, that this is that piece that's a game changer that has the potential to be remembered forever. So I'll show you the colors again. It's 2 pieces. This is your beige and silver. Here's your beige and gold. We have black and silver, black and gold, but most popular color choices. This is going to be your fuchsia and gold, most limited, 4 dozen to go around, and that's it. And then your navy choices include the navy and gold and navy and silver. Navy and gold starting to get very limited as well. 400 now spoken for. A lot of you getting more than one, and I have to say that when you hear the blessings of protection, you can't not want more than one.
Well, your story about, like, when we met, this is, because they're infused with love and prayer, I really do believe they're a conduit of miracles.
Yeah.
And again, it's like, take that experiment of faith, and especially right now, just to bring love and light into your world, and wear more than one. And if you get that little tap on your heart, give it to that person, with words or without. I have to tell you this story. So I was in the gym the other day, and I'm cycling like crazy, and I'm sweating, and my bracelet, I always wear them, it was all sweaty, and I got on my heart this thing, give this bracelet, give your divine blessing and protection bracelet to this gentleman that's riding the bike next to him, and tell him it's for his wife. I didn't even know exactly why, what. I said, no, this one's sweaty, but I kept right. The tug came on my heart again, so I did. I took it off my wrist, and I said, I think this is for your wife. And he said, thank you for that. Didn't know my name, just said thank you. The day later, I get an email. The person saw that it had the tag that says blessed on it, that I had my saint, my hero. So she looked it up, and her husband said, that's the girl that gave it to me at the gym. She emailed me, and she said, you have no idea, but this morning I wasn't having that great of a day. So I asked God, if you're real, send me a sign.
Oh,
send
gosh.
me a sign. And she said, and within 3 hours, I got a sign. And my husband put it on my wrist and said, somebody just said that you matter today, that you matter in this world. And that is what happens. You wear these bracelets, and it's like a conduit of miracles. The veil between heaven and earth is really thin. All we have to do is remember and connect into that. And when you deliberately and intentionally wake up in the morning and say, God, use me for light today, use me for love, you will be amazed at what happens to your heart. You will be amazed. And now you have a tangible tool that will give you the courage to say, okay, I'm hearing it, I'm listening, and I'm going to do it. I'm just going to put it on somebody. I'm just going to hand it to them, and let the rest be done by the angels.
And you know what the great part about that is? Someone already did it before this bracelet got to you, with those amazing women that built these bracelets all by hand. So the courage is built into it. It's already been received, and maybe you don't know that yet, but maybe this is why you come back for your second set. Or maybe, you know, you can't sleep right now. It's 1:30 on the East Coast. I can't pretend that we, you know, when we can't sleep, we all watch Home Shopping. But as you know, as it turns out, we have these incredible brands that you see in boutiques and department stores across the country. And Amy has created this brand that is now world-renowned, that we get to now wear our heart, our capability, our goodness on our sleeve, which happens to be really pretty and dainty. And yet the great thing about this is the one thing that I really appreciate about this line is everything is adjustable. I mean, you could see this right here. With most pieces of fashion, you're like, I'm not gonna get you a piece of fashion, because either way it could be an insult. Like, I don't wear that size, or thank you for trying, you know. But this is fully adjustable. So that means if you gift it to even the tiniest wrists, you know, or the wrists that have traveled the world that have so many stories, you can do that.
Yes, and I love the fact that when people say, when they put it on, I love your stories. I call them the miracle report. I read every single one. And you say, I put it on and I find a strength that I forgot I had, or it gives me that sense of calm.
Yeah.
And although I'm really happy you're awake right now, there is one of you sent in and said, I put it on and now I don't have my insomnia anymore. For some reason, it gives me that sense of peace and calm, and I feel protected, and I could sleep through the night knowing that I'm not alone and that everything's okay.
And the great thing about this is when we say you'll wear it every day, I mean, we're talking about Swarovski pearls.
Yes.
You know, they're not typical by any stretch. They're a little bit fancier than most. And so I do think that while you have this incredible chain, there you're seeing the St. Benedictine medal, of course. You can dress them up. I have them on with a cream blouse and leather pants. You've got an amazing dress on, and yet if it's that day at the gym and you're like, I'm not sure if that's self-tanner or if that's even my sweat, but you get the point. You can wear it everywhere because it is that badge of honor at the heart of your sleeve. So let me remind you of your colors. You're getting 2 pieces, the blessing bracelet and of course the protection bracelet as well. So here are your 2 beige options. We've got beige silver and beige gold. We have the same colorways in the black with the gold and the silver. Here's that very, fuchsia, farewell. Farewell. I'll have to place it, well, goodness. Hang on. All right, here, we'll do that later. Fuchsia is gone. Navy gold will be next to go, about 200 to go around. And then here is your navy and silver as well. $15.47 on Easy Pay. So remember, if you want to get this as a gift, because it does come boxed and it does have the prayer attached to it. This is that other one that I feel like specifically, at least for me, lives on my vanity. Because since these are my everyday pieces, these are everyday words that I need to remember to live by.
Yeah, I love the card. Every single card has a special meaning and a special message just for you. And one day I was at the football game and I noticed somebody wearing the bracelet. And I said, I love your bracelet. And she goes, you have one too. And she said, I know it's a great bracelet, but have you read the card? So I was like, yes, I have actually. So I do want to read it to you because it does come as a gift set for you and to give. So it says, the gift of a blessing, one for you and one for a friend, a loved one, or someone in need. Wear these bracelets as a reminder that God has given you a mission to make the world a better place, and that you can choose to fulfill that mission by using your hands to do good. So I love that it's about one for you and one for a friend, and a reminder that God has given you a mission to make the world a better place.
And how
so I
great
absolutely
is
love that. I know.
For all of us to remember. And again, how appropriate for everyone, regardless of where you are in your life, in your faith. We all deserve the mission to find good things and happy things and pass that along, because it is so easy to get caught up in the negative or feel overwhelmed. And this again is that piece twofold. Because more is always more. That you remind yourself that you are holy enough to handle anything. And I mean like your whole self.
And I love that it's, so many of you have said, my sister lives in another state, but we have the same bracelet. So that's a connection. And Anne-Marie, I think it was Anne-Marie or maybe it was Kim, sent in and she said that she was studying abroad. She was a college student. She was studying abroad, and her mom gave her one of these bracelets and wore one. So she knew that no matter where she was always connected to her mom. But when she got to the university abroad, she got kind of gripped with fear, and she thought, what am I doing? I'm all alone. God, why'd you send me here? Like, why am I across the country, across the world? And she walked in to the orientation class, again, abroad. She walked in, and across the room was another student wearing the blessing bracelet. So in that moment, that was her conduit of miracle to say, you are exactly where you're supposed to be right now. On your path, on your journey, you're not alone. We've got you.
3 colors. We have beige, we have black, and we have navy. From there, you'll choose your silver or gold tone. J329947. Let's say hello to Josie in California. Hi, Josie. I'm Courtney, and this is Amy. How are you?
Hi, thank you. I'm doing great. Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
For speaking to